that was playing.
You know what? This is my message to you.
You're not playing something, are you? Don't play something.
Fine.
All
Fuck.
right, guys.
All right, get
So-
off that screen. These bastards want to shut us down.
What happened was apparently Facebook shut us down for using music that we did not have the ownership to. We had put that in the comments, if you read, that we do not claim any ownership of the music. But apparently some of the songs and things that we were playing, they didn't like us playing it. So we're starting back over. Tonight is still a Thanksgiving show, talking about the uncomfortable conversations at Thanksgiving, your favorite food and what you didn't like. And we've also been talking about the vape controversy going on with the banning of certain flavors of vape juice and what you think about that. Please join back in. Hopefully, our last video seems to be just gone. And
it is
sorry about that.
Completely. Fucking Facebook shut us down.
So you guys, would you please say something in chat? I just want to see that all of you are able to still
Jojo, say something.
participate.
Joseph, say something.
Yeah, we see you, Jojo. We see you, Chris. We see a bunch of you guys. I just want to make sure that the chat's re-enabled and that you guys are able to hear us. And
Make sure you say special word, hashtag floppy dick. Hashtag live links.
oh, okay, there we go. I'm starting to see some
Vape
folks.
juice.
Vape juice, howdy, howdy from our manager. And
Jeez, nuts from the sports junkie.
yep, we're back on.
Fuck, man, that sucks.
So let's do a rehashing. What are we talking about today, Chris?
Hashtag
Scout.
live dicks. Hashtag live dicks. That should be the name of a punk band.
It might be.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. For the next person that calls in, we're going to give away a prize for when we do our Painting with the Twist show. Make
We
sure
should
you
be
give
doing
us a
that
call.
here in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. We're going to do it in a couple weeks. Probably going to do it on the first Saturday of the month.
I actually had a vape shop try to hit me up to get some of my paintings put up in their vape shop. So, you guys might be lucky. You might get a pretty cool painting from one of us.
All right, so all you got to do is call the number at 978-543-0405. And you will win a prize.
Bandit Scout are pirates. Hashtag Christopher Sheldon. Thank you for the hashtag.
We don't have your painting yet. We're going to paint them live,
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris, you already win one of our prizes. And I got another
Next
prize
caller
for you.
not only will get a painting, but they will also have their name in whipped cream eaten by Heather live while she paints.
Yeah, that's the prize.
That's the prize we all are looking for. I wish I could call in right now.
Fuck, man, I'm so bummed.
Well, there's a good good side to this. It did stream to YouTube. I'll post the link after the video. That way you guys want to recap on that video that we had. I'm going to go ahead and download it off of YouTube too. I haven't seen YouTube actually take off a video before, but I'm going to want to at least download it before that may happen because I don't think we're going to be able to get this back on Facebook. So all the comments that kind of came up while we were posting on that first show, we're not going to have that, unfortunately. But thank you guys, regardless, for posting those comments. Kind of a bummer. But, want to make the best of the show for you guys. So we are still taking a couple of callers right now. Share with us your best Thanksgiving meal, your worst Thanksgiving meal.
And awkward conversations.
Awkward conversation. If you vape, call us in about your vape outrage about the FDA is trying to ban vapes.
And shout out to
Be outraged.
We'll talk about Facebook trying to shut us down. Hashtag fuck Facebook.
See what else we got here. We got the
Call
show
in
is
at
back.
978-543-0405. Call now.
Welcome to the show, Kimberly.
Hey, Kim.
What up?
I want
Fuck,
music.
man. I know, it's so boring without music. Fucking assholes.
Maybe I could bring a musical instrument and just play something while we have the show.
That'd be pretty cool.
Do you have any bands that would like to get your band actually shown live on a Facebook video and then have it streamed? You could do your breaking moment here on the Ben and Scout show.
Yes.
We're all about supporting local artists here in San Antonio. and the surrounding area. So if you do know someone, even if you don't play a musical instrument yourself, and you're like, dude, my singing abilities are super chaff, and I can't sing for shit, but I know a guy that does. I know a guy that does, and they would be interested. Let us know who this individual is. We'll give them a call. We'll reach out to them, and we can have one of your friends on our show, some of their music on their show, and we can go ahead and be able to still have a joyous time while we do these podcasts with some music in the background. I want
trying to get in on this.
Maybe we can get like a little mixing board, and we can have like one of those mixing boards where you kind of have like noises. So whenever someone says something stupid, he's like, you have like a laughing. Also, if you know maybe a DJ, you can do some live music, live mixing on the show. That'd be pretty sweet. I'll like that too. You said Squirrel trying to get on the show right now?
What the fuck, sports junkie?
Yeah, Squirrel, get in on this. Let me see if I can.
Squirrel, call us now.
Squirrel, I'm trying to get it where you can call into the show. Here, just call us at the phone number. That's 978-543-0405.
Selden says he's over here trying to break up some dog fights. His dog and Tim's dogs are having some vicious fights. Nobody's hurt, thank goodness. Yeah, if you ever seen like an actual like hardcore dog fight where like the dogs are just.
You never want to stick your arm in the middle of a dog fight. You'll get hurt pretty bad.
That's true.
It seems that Heather wants us to re-announce the whipped cream. She's really wanting to eat someone out right here in whipped cream right now. So we're going to go ahead and re-announce it. If you call in, first caller, you get your name written in whipped cream, Heather's going to eat it herself live on the podcasts. That in and of itself is a podcast.
Hashtag I
worth
love
watching.
you, Hosanna.
Yeah, happy birthday, Hosanna. That was your birthday yesterday, I know. We all want to say happy birthday to you, and we love you. We miss you here in San Antonio. Welcome Annette. Welcome Hosanna. Welcome Nikki Ray. Nikki Ray's been a long-time fan of my Punk Rock 101 show on 90.1 KSYM. I actually announced the birth of her daughter on the show. Yeah.
Everything's linked up right.
You know what? Fuck it. We're doing Christmas songs. You can't fucking shut us down for Christmas songs.
I don't know.
As long as there are no...
It's going to be the most overplayed Christmas songs in the world.
Some Christmas songs are okay. I think that no one owns the rights to them, but I don't know.
Christmas playlist.
So come on, folks. Let's hear about those uncomfortable Thanksgiving conversations. Let's hear about your favorite Thanksgiving beliefs and disbeliefs when it comes to food, uncomfortable conversations. And I want to hear some people chime in on this vape thing.
So, how do you think that first Thanksgiving went down with the Indians and you think that actually happened, or you think it's all sensationalized? Do you think the Indians and the Pilgrims actually eat together at Thanksgiving meal?
I don't know. I don't know if that actually really historically happened. Do we have any historians actually watching the show right now?
Yes, we will, Hosanna. Give us a call right now.
Why isn't anyone calling? That's exactly what I'm saying, Chris.
Why is nobody calling? Somebody call.
It's beginning to look a lot like everywhere
We're about to get romantic up in here.
Guys, we'll put cheese on the whipped cream. Everything's better with cheese.
it's glistening once again.
Apparently, Sheldon said
so
he didn't
true.
pay his phone bill.
Silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like
Christmas. Come on, don't be afraid. Give us a call.
Hosanna, what's your full Mexican name, by the way?
Hosanna Luis
the
Lopez.
prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front
Hashtag Bobby's mom was just released from the hospital.
Hashtag
Prayer
prayers
works.
work.
Prayers work. Hashtag. Bobby, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for letting us know. Give a little love to that comment.
Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a historical event, though. I don't think the
Hosanna, give us
programs
a call. We'll talk.
and the
I'll
Indians
say your
actually
whole
got
name
together
right
and
now.
sat down and, you know, had a meal together. I don't
Hey, is
know.
that volume up on that thing?
It's all the way, yeah. I think they gave him like smallpox. They exchanged smallpox.
Come on, guys, give us a call at 978-543-0405.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the
Do you guys have any family members who do like exorbitant Christmas lights and decorations in their houses?
It's never been a really big thing in my family.
Yeah. We used to do like Christmas lights. So I remember the first time those icicle ones came out. You remember like the little, and I don't know why the fuck we didn't have those because there's no icicles here in Texas during the holidays. So I guess that's the closest we can get, you know, icicle lights. Real people, they just have fucking icicles on their houses. They don't have icicle lights. I guess we're the only people that do that. Surprisingly, sales are extra high here in Texas.
We got a caller.
All right, we got a
We
caller.
got a fucking caller.
You're live on the Ben and Scout Show. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Who you be?
This is the Mexican.
Oh, shit. Hosanna, Liz, Dominic.
That's me, motherfucker.
Tell us your full name, Hosanna. How do you spell it? Hosanna, Liz, Dominic?
Huh?
How do we say your full name? Hosanna, Liz,
Dominic.
Dominic.
You guys,
So-
you guys spell that out for us in the chat, because we're gonna get your name in whipped cream. Heather's gonna eat it. Off the plate.
Oh,
Oh, Heather's
shit.
eating Hosanna.
And it's gonna be
That's
sexual as
gonna
fuck.
be so sexy.
It's gonna be so fucking sexual.
So, Hosanna, do people celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico?
No, they don't. I actually was craving turkey yesterday, but
What are you talking about? Of
Oh,
course
well.
they do. They celebrate Thanksgiving of San Antonio giving Mexico the Alamo.
we just, well, that's fucked up.
Hashtag I'm sorry, San Antonio.
Well, here in San Antonio, we have tamales for Christmas, so I kind of wondered if...
Ooh, do y'all have tamales down there?
And we don't really have tamales for Christmas.
Really?
We have that for Reyes, which is in January.
Oh yeah.
Because I went all the way to Venezuela in South America to go meet family, and they had ayacas, which are kind of like these huge tamales that had like raisins and stuff in them. And
Yeah.
so I kind of thought that maybe tamales for Christmas was universal.
Well, it's a different kind of tamal. But yeah, I know ayacas and like chapas and all that stuff in Venezuela. That's what they eat. It's a lengthy process.
And y'all celebrate Feliz Navidad, right?
Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
You ever hear the version where there's like the dude with a really heavy like Spanish accent, Mexican accent, like singing?
Feliz Navidad.
That's my favorite version.
No quiero año felicita.
Just like that.
Christmas.
Hey, what holidays do you celebrate out there in Mexico that we don't have here in the States?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm interested about.
That's a good question.
Do you have like an independence thing as well?
For
You guys go
example,
all
like,
hard for it?
well, yeah, I mean, September 15th. But for example, also, you guys celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and we don't. To us, Cinco de Mayo was like a bullshit thing.
You don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo in Mexico?
No, it was like a war against the French. And I think I don't even know if we won or we lost. I have no idea. I'm terrible with history, but I just know it was against the French.
I had no idea.
I didn't put some more juice.
Because they wanted to colonize
Oh, put
us.
some more of your
But then
juice.
they came. Actually, no, we won. Otherwise, we would be a French colony. And then the Spanish came, and then that's when the independence happened.
Victoria Matos is joining us.
Welcome to the show, Victoria.
Welcome.
Well, anyway, when is this whipped cream thing happening?
When is the whipped cream thing happening? We're hoping next show.
You know what? Hold on. Let me see what I can do real fast. Hold on.
What?
Scout's on a mission
Not today.
to make that happen.
Do it.
We can do a free private show for you afterwards. So what other holidays do you guys celebrate out there in Mexico that we don't have up here in the States?
I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I mean, well, we celebrate Reyes, which you guys don't. It's like when the three kings came to Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Do you have like
It's kinda
posadas
like
and all
another
that stuff?
Huh?
Do you have like the posadas?
That's when the posadas happen.
Yeah. That's the best part. You make the little bread with the baby
I mean,
Jesus inside it.
they go all the way from Christmas to January, and then we have the Rosca de Reyes, and then it has like a little like kid in the rosca, and then if you get the kid, you have to get tamales for everybody in your family.
Oh,
So if they make
tamales.
vape juice that's flavored illegal here, will you bring us back flavored vape juice from Mexico?
Oh yes. Put it in a sock puppy too.
Those are way better than us here. Like there's way more American shit. You know what I really miss that we don't have here in Mexico?
What's that?
Dr. Pepper.
What?
Oh, you don't have Dr. Pepper? That's my favorite drink in the world.
That's my.
I
Or
love
Big
Dr.
Red.
Pepper.
That's also Kimberly's.
Or Big Red? Oh,
Mhm.
man. Maybe we can do some kind of international exchange where we bring you Big Red and Dr.
That'd be
Pepper,
great.
and you can give us...
I'll send you a Mexican Cokes.
Ooh.
Please don't have any cocaine in it.
I love Mexican
I was
Coca
about to
Cola.
say something about that. The drinking ones, not the snorting ones.
Oh,
If you-
okay. Hey, if you can hold the one from Pablo, that'd be great.
Well, Pablo's family lives actually in the same little town where I'm at. Well, no, that's El Chapo's family.
What? In the
I
same
should
town?
probably not put this on the internet.
They live in the same town?
Yeah.
I gotta
There's
hit...
there's no violence in this town because it's full of cartel people.
That's pretty cool. We got another.
so the cartel just rules everything?
Hey, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Oh, okay. We got another caller. Love you, Hosanna. Happy
Bye.
birthday.
Love you
Thank you for
guys.
calling.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Hey there. Welcome to the Ben and Scout Show.
Que pasa?
Who do we got the pleasure of speaking with today?
It's the Squirrel. What's going on?
Squirrel!
Surprise, motherfucker!
What's up, dude?
What's up, motherfucker?
Have you been you here to weigh in on the Thanksgiving controversy or on the vape controversy?
Yo, Squirrel.
Squirrelitos.
Hello.
There we are.
There you are.
We got you.
Is Hasana still on?
No, she's off already.
No, Sana just got off,
She had a
so
phone
we could
call
get you
today.
on.
She might be on the actual Facebook chat though.
Yeah,
so
she'll be
we're
able to
gonna
hear
talk
everything
about-
you're saying.
You there?
Oh my God, the hive makes everything better.
You said that, Squirrel?
All of you vape companies out there, if you'd like to send us all hive tanks for our vapes.
There you are.
There you
Can't hear you.
are.
Hey, there you are.
Coming in or out? Are you like in a place of bad reception right now? By any chance?
Hey,
There you go.
so we're gonna talk about the most awkward Thanksgiving conversation.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yes.
So-
I'm dying to hear this.
So honestly, I've been thinking about this over the last couple days, and it actually is not like an audible conversation that you sit and have somebody with. In all my travels, the most awkward thing I've experienced with Thanksgiving, and I should say the only awkward thing, is Americans' misunderstanding of what the holiday actually is.
Oh, yes.
So
Schoolish.
because I've been in Germany and witnessed Americans ask Germans what they're doing for Thanksgiving, and I mean, we just asked a Mexican if she's celebrating Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
Yes, we did.
like I think there is a lot to be said. They used to have the show Street Smarts, but we should definitely do a little research. Now, I understand y'all are from Texas and you only study Texas history, but,
Oh yeah.
you know, Christopher Columbus did land on the East Coast. So that we're basically celebrating the robbing of land. So,
I'm celebrating mashed
You know.
potatoes, but
See, that's what I was asking Tony a little
But-
while ago. I said, do you think he actually had that, sensationalized Thanksgiving meal where like the Pilgrims were with the Indians and they're exchanging foods and they sat down? You think that's actually a thing that really happened, or you think it's just kind of just, all fabricated?
oh, I think there was definitely probably some bartering, or he would have been dead. I'm sure.
I can see that.
I mean, it's just like any other invasion of any country. Like, people aren't going to take it lightly, So I'm sure that there was some breaking of some bread and some deals that were worked out and some bamboozlement. But basically what we're celebrating is, hey, we're here today because he found the continent. Whether that's true or not for me to decide. But nobody outside of the United States of America celebrates Thanksgiving, basically, is my awkward moment. When you're having to represent the country and people are asking people that you're introducing them to from other countries, like, so what are you doing for Thanksgiving? It's like, wow.
Have you
They
ever had anyone like?
don't have that here.
Have you had anyone like ask you like, why the fuck do you guys Americans? Why do you Americans celebrate Thanksgiving?
No, everybody except for our own people, I think, know why we celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Like no one's been interested.
that's
from
why
another
they get-
country.
Well, no, like they know. You know what I'm saying? I think it's commonly known that we celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's commonly known. Other people are very aware of, what goes on here.
Culture norms.
Um, Yeah, I mean, everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody, that's a generalized statement, but a lot of people, like, this is the promised land, right? So they actually, people that aren't just born into it, they have invested interest to learn the culture, and other countries are just more interested in it than unfortunately a lot of us are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, so what do you think about the whole
So-
vape controversy?
yeah, I want to hear
think
you
it's
weigh on
bullshit.
this.
Bullshit, right?
I think it's definitely bullshit. Locked doors keep honest people out, and prohibition didn't work, and the war on drugs hasn't worked very good. So the only people you're harming is the honest people. You know what I'm saying? The people that go about it the right way. I'm with Tony. I started, not only did I start smoking at a young age, but I would go to the Indian reservation, buy the cigarettes, and sell them at school. So, I mean, I was a profiteer, I'll find a way to get what I want if I want to get what I want,
Oh yeah.
And the candy cigarettes didn't have any influence on the fact that I grew up to smoke cigarettes.
I wanted to
know,
smoke
I
cigarettes
think that's
before
just-
I got candy cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I was given chew because they thought that I'd get sick, vomit, and never do it again, and I loved it from the second I did it. So,
I never had that thing where my dad never sat me down and make me smoke like a million cigarettes to try to get me to quit. My dad was like a 2-pack a day Marlboro Red smoker, and he tried to not smoke in front of us, and it drove him nuts to see me smoking afterward because he didn't want me to pick up the habit.
yeah, but I'm with Blue too. They have what about the peach Ciroc and all these flavored things. I think that I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, and I try to stay out of a lot of shit. But big tobacco is bigger than people think, man. you know, and their numbers have taken a dent since the whole vape thing's come around.
Yeah, but it seems like they'd be fighting pretty hard against this menthol thing. That's like a big part of their market. Seems like they wouldn't be supporting it.
Yeah.
Again, the only thing I could think of
Yeah.
is that maybe like the vape industry with all the flavors, it has moved a lot of people away from tobacco, so much so that even if they take a hit in the menthol market, overall, maybe if they were to die down the vape market, maybe it would bring more people back to the regular cigarettes and it would still be more profitable.
Because they'd just rather keep us smokers smoking.
I don't know. I smoke the fuck out of some Newports, man, and I don't cost
I
nearly
love
as bad
Newports.
as some of these people do. Yeah, you know, it's weird, too, because it's kind of like a regional thing. Like, you can't even get 2,700 batteries in New Mexico. Like, it's a pain in the ass. Like, I called every vape shop within 200 miles, and they don't have any 27. They look at you like you're crazy. So, you know, the community doesn't hold the same gusto, as, if you will, everywhere as it does there in San Antonio. But
well, let me speak here to Ryan really quick. Ryan, he just tuned in and he didn't know what the vape controversy is. So the vape controversy is recently the FDA is talking about banning not only menthol cigarettes but also menthol flavored vape juice. And the reason they say they're doing it is because it appeals to children. And I don't know any kids that are really super into menthol as a flavor of something, but they may be into the flavors that I like, which are candy flavored, chocolate flavored. They're sweeter flavors. And I'm worried that if we're opening the door toward banning menthol flavored vape juice, because I found out in San Francisco, they've already banned all flavors except for cherry, vanilla, and tobacco in vape juice over there. I found out today that they've banned some of the pods. You can't have pods anymore. And I kind of think that they need to butt the hell out of our rights to get vape juice.
I think it all comes down to, like Preston said, it all comes down to big tobacco not making a cut.
Yeah, it's big tobacco not making a cut. I mean, tobacco was almost like what our country was founded on for a long time. That was like our big profit margin came from tobacco. All the money we made for a long time was from tobacco. It's how we built up the country for one point in our history.
And I'm personally
You know,
on day
I'll tell you,
7
too.
vaping instead of smoking. Go ahead. What's up, Squirrel?
It's really difficult to find a good menthol vape flavor. Maybe we'll get somebody to call in on that. But if you're a Newport cigarette smoker, like, it's hard. I'm trying to think of the vape line. I think it's Trilogy came out with John Wayne, and it's the closest. Is it John Wayne or is it Cowboy or?
Yeah, there was a
something
Cowboy
like that.
Cold or something like that. Cowboy something. That
Oh
was,
yeah, Cowboy Cobalt.
Yeah, that's
That's like the closest I've found. But when you go into a vape shop and you're like, "Hey, can I get a menthol?" They stare at you like you have a dick on your forehead. I mean, nobody's interested in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's the comments that you all brought up earlier. Like the whole point is to get people away from the tobacco flavors. Because I'll be honest with you, like if you're like me, vaping doesn't necessarily become cheaper. Because it has the capability of turning into a hobby. Now, you can keep vaping cheap, but it has more opportunities to turn into a hobby than, say, smoking does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Cigarette packs aren't going to change and shit like that. So,
Well, you can get all the accessories and lighters and ashtrays and whatnot. But yeah, I hear you there because, I mean, I just bought a new mod today using the Black Friday deal to get this indestructible little Aegis waterproof, shockproof from Geek Vape. But then I also have my mech mod, which you, Squirrel, helped me trick out and got my first RDT. What is it? RDA? RTA?
RDTA.
Yeah, and
It's the Kylan.
yeah,
and Kylan.
I dig the hell out of having all different kinds of vapes and trying to vape all different ways. It's kind of fun. It becomes kind of a hobby.
You know what? It's basically like pipe smoking of today.
Yeah,
You know,
I can agree with that.
If you think about it, pipe tobacco comes in peach flavor. It comes in cherry
Yeah,
flavor.
you're right.
I mean, it comes in every fucking flavor. How many 10-year-olds do you see walking around smoking a cob pipe? Like, you don't. Like,
Fuck.
I might have been that weird kid, but not too
So-
many.
well, I smoke a pipe too, but
What's up, Tut?
so yeah, I don't know, man. Some good topics y'all got tonight.
Do you think that they're actually trying to ban
Definitely.
smoking? Because it's kind of felt that way to me. Recently, like
They
I was.
have-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was
Go
living
ahead.
in California. I had moved there, and like you couldn't even smoke on the beach anymore, like outside. And I found that I couldn't smoke in most places. And I had wandered into this hookah bar, and people are smoking hookahs all around me. And I sat down at the bar, and I pulled out a cigarette. And the guy behind the counter, the bartender, like goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing?" And I was like, I was going to light a cigarette. And he was like, "You can't smoke in here." And I looked around and everyone's smoking these hookahs. And I'm like, this is insane.
They're all smoking tobacco anyway.
Yeah. I was like, well, everyone in here is smoking. It's a hookah bar. And I started to see after that point, more and more places would not allow smoking anywhere inside. And it seems to be more and more common. And I wonder if they're trying to come at the folks vaping too.
So there are always going to be the small minority that ruins it for everybody, and you know goes into Barnes and Noble and chucking clouds to the ceiling. You know, like
There's always going to be that one
inappropriate.
douchebag.
Yeah. So, but I think what it really comes down to is we've become a very risk-adverse society. Like we live in fear, and I hope I don't piss anybody off out there, but it's just the God's honest truth. Like the only thing people believe is what they witness on fucking news. They don't go out, they don't do their own research. And you know, I liked what you said about the pie. Like I live in America. If I want to put cheese on my pie, I can put cheese on my pie. That is a true statement. And by the way, Boy Scout, that is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
People do put cheese on their pie. I personally don't,
Gross.
but I don't judge anybody that does. I put, but have you tried it?
No, because that sounds terrible.
It sounds weird, but I promise it's good.
See, like that's a prime example. Like we don't try things anymore. We're very, like a lot of what we do is based off cultural norms and like just we're not open to trying new things. Like we're very okay living in our bubble, and you know we forget that as Americans, people have the right to do whatever they want to do. You know, and unfortunately, like I lived the delusion for a long time, but I don't have the right to tell other people what to do. Fact of the matter is if you go to a bar, probably 90+% of the patrons smoke.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not over concerned with, oh my God, they don't live in fear about I'm gonna die by taking my next shot of, by the way, peach flavored Ciroc, or whatever gay drink they're drinking. But the thing is so what it's ended up doing, it's ended up hurting a lot of small business in the United States. A lot of the bars have shut down because when their patrons can't smoke there anymore, well, there's no real reason to go to the bar anymore. You know?
No one's going to the bar to get healthy.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, we used to have a joke in the corner in us in the autopsy room. Like the fact of the matter is we go in there and generally on a day-to-day basis, the majority of the people in the coroner's office did not get in there because they were sitting on a bar stool. You know what I'm saying? It's just fact of the matter. Now, I'm not saying it's all good. Like, there's people drinking and driving, killing innocent people out here. That's not good. There's a lot of bad that comes with it. But I think it's funny. We'll be like, oh, no, you can't vape, but you can drink as much booze as you want to drink. You know, I just think, like, people are going to do what they're going to do anyhow. Listen, the majority of the gun crimes in the country, wow, we're really getting out there now. The majority of the gun crimes in the country are not from people that have a concealed carry license or that went to a legal gun store and bought the thing.
That's
You
because
know?
most
Yeah.
of them bought it from a pawn shop or got it from a friend.
Huh?
Yeah, we shouldn't have the people that go out and do something nuts ruin it for the people that do it respectfully.
No, what I'm saying is most people that bought those guns bought it from like a pawn shop or got it from a friend, like as a present. Didn't get a background check with that shit. Because we know pawn shops don't do.
Well, they
background
didn't
checks.
even. They absolutely have to.
Yeah, but I
have
doubt,
to. If
I
they're
doubt
not-
a lot of them do though.
If they're not, like, they're subject to investigation by the ATF, another sensitive topic with people, but they're subject to that. They get them because some fucking guy that they know that's legal rolls up, opens his trunk, and says, "How many do you want?" It's called the straw purchase. You know, like, that's how they're getting them. They're not getting them, you know, any other way than that. They're going out and they're buying $99 guns, as many as they can, with legal people, usually women, purchasing them, and then, you know, they're getting on the streets. Like, it's just how it is. But, so, the moral of the story is the bad people are still going to do bad things. But the worst thing I see happening to somebody else with vape is they have to look at your teeth that are falling out of your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
We would ruin a lot of small businesses that have popped up just based around this new vape industry, and I don't think that's fair to them. I think that's a cool new way that we're doing something neat with the economy, providing people new jobs and something new to do. Because a lot of us that do vape, yeah, you're right, it becomes a new hobby. I want to go get the new awesome mod. I want to go get this new tank. You know, then Ben gets a better tank than I have, and I want his friggin' tank. I go over and I try. Chris tries my juice, and he really likes it, so he wants to go buy some more. And we're not hurting anybody. We're doing something, I think that's kind of what our economy is based on. I mean, we get to share different things and try different stuff and have the
Speaking of
freedom
your
to
juice,
do that.
Can I get some more of your juice?
Yeah, you can get some more of my juice.
Yeah.
Want some of that blueberry sad boy?
Yeah, blueberry sad
I
boy.
think kind of going back to it.
Everyone's taking the blueberry sad boy
day,
tonight.
You're on day what of like no cigarettes?
I'm on day 7 of no cigarettes, just vaping. That's
Good
why I
job,
went and
man.
bought another vape today, because I was scared that I love this mech mod, but I drop my mod all the time. So I wanted to get one that I felt like I could drop and it wouldn't die on me. Because my last, I had one of those smock mags, and I dropped that thing while I was out in Laredo working, and it completely stopped working, and tried to rewire it. A friend of mine tried to rewire it on the inside, and the other day I went to hit it, and the box got hot, and I was like, well, I don't think I can use that thing anymore. It's probably shorting out. It seemed dangerous to me now, so
Fuck.
yeah, because it got like,
Hey, just take it to Cloudcraft and have them look at it, man. I don't know if I can say that or not.
you
but-
can say that because we
Nah,
support
yeah,
Cloudcraft on
That's
this.
that Cloudcraft.
We even got
Actually,
Avery in on the show.
Yeah, Avery just joined the show right now, actually.
Well,
So
I don't know. I don't know what the FDA rules are with that, but you know, yeah, there's always somebody. The smart thing. So that's one of the concerns about the vape industry is people not being educated on, you know, Ohm's law and battery safety practices and things like that. But as long as you know, like, okay, this is not working, I need to take it to somebody that knows, like that you could be responsible or you could be not responsible, whatever the proper term for that is. You know, and by being responsible, you just have a better name. Like, listen, I'm not saying there doesn't need to be some kind of regulation on vaping, and I'm sure people are going to hate me for that out there. But I feel that they did that. They said, hey, you guys can't just make willy-nilly juice. Like, you need to come up with a list, and we need to know what's in it, and you need to submit that to the FDA. And, well, that was put out there, and everybody had the opportunity to do that, right?
yeah,
Now back the fuck off, right? They leave it alone. Like you approved it, they submitted it, you approved it. Leave it alone. You know, I don't understand. When did we become Americans and not Americans? Like everybody has the tendency to look for a way that we can't do something nowadays instead of looking for the way of how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
he
think
said
of
you do.
your
fuck you, Chris.
Sorry.
Yeah, just think of think of your everyday life, man. I mean, we all know who they are. They're like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Well, why can't I do it? Like, how about we figure out a way to do it? And I'm not saying in a nefarious way, but it's like Tony and I were talking about, like, it's small business. Do we not want our economy to get better? That's how you do it, small business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all know that the corporate America can come in and wipe everybody out. Let's get away from that and go back to our roots and let these small entrepreneurs that took a risk in a new industry that turned out working, let them thrive off that. And if there's not a demand for it, they'll close up. But as long as there's a demand, leave it alone.
I agree.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and using kids as an excuse is really a low blow.
Yeah, it is.
It's been a long time thing that seems to be. No one wants to argue when they throw out kids as an excuse, but that's just. It's not often a valid argument. I mean, really, it comes down to parents. I mean, it's up to the parents to be good parents, and if there's already regulations put in place where they're not supposed to be able to buy it at a shop, they're not even allowed to go in there, then who are you really punishing? The issue isn't kids then.
Right. And I think that whole argument's funny anyhow, because everybody that I know that their parents smoked, they didn't smoke. And everybody that their parents didn't smoke, they smoked. So I'm not saying there aren't the exception to the rules out there, but
I'm
how
not
much
against
is that
like
argument really
I'm not against educating the kids and like saying maybe these things could happen. That seems like a good idea. Like when I was a kid, when I was in Boy Scouts, what did they teach me? They taught me gun safety so that when I did have a gun, I'd be safe with it. Instead of saying,
Exactly.
guns are going to kill you, they taught you how to use it safely. Same thing it should be with vaping. I mean, education is way better, I think. In fact, I think the best anti-smoking campaign they could ever come out with would just show a bunch of old, ugly people smoking, like the actual smokers, what they look like. And then the kids would look at that and they'd be like, this isn't cool at all. Why would I want to do this?
That reminds me of some of the cigarette packs that Hosanna would bring down from Mexico. They had like the most grisly pictures of like what's going to happen like 10 years, 20 years down the line if you keep on smoking. Got people laying down in beds and like lungs are decaying and all this horrible stuff.
Oh, it's like Faces of Death. They got picture with their tongues removed and like all kinds of gory stuff on the packs of smokes.
Are we talking about Mexico?
Yeah, in Mexico. The cigarette packets they have there in Mexico.
Yeah, in some countries, when you get a pack of cigarettes, it's got these like pictures of like results of smoking, and like here's a guy with his tongue removed, or horrible cancer. Oh, we lost Squirrel. We lost Squirrel. Did we have another caller that was trying to call in?
Anybody want to call in? Make sure you call in at 978-543-0405.
Tell us your Thanksgiving stories. Tell us all about safe sex, Heather says. Yes, that's also really important. Because obviously people are not going to stop having sex if you ban it.
For the love of God, have safe sex.
Oh, flavored condoms. Flavored condoms are geared toward kids.
Oh,
Ban flavored condoms.
fuck, Tony.
That'll keep them from. That'll just keep them from having condoms.
Right?
That's just, oh, man. That's
It'd
bad.
be like the diaper companies in that one. They'd be like, oh, no, now we're having babies. We can't fucking sell diapers. We got to ban all condoms.
Hope they don't have flavored diapers.
Oh, no.
Tony would know.
Yeah, Squirrel, come back. We liked having you on the show. Everybody's asking
Squirrel,
for
by
you.
the way, Squirrel, everybody says we love you and we miss you. Want you back for Christmas.
Avery, if you're still on the show, I think you are. This fits right into your whole like controversy, or the controversy fits all right into
Your
like
hole.
your whole. This fits right into your own business. So I mean, if we have some comments from you, I'd love to hear from you as an owner.
Hashtag Cloudcraft.
Hashtag Cloudcraft.
I'm pretty sure like all the vape shops are probably staying more on top of this than I am. I'm just your average dude who likes to vape. I'm sure the vape shops know more about all this controversy. Like, I'd like to hear from from you also, Avery, because I heard they banned those pods. Like you can't have the little pods anymore now.
Are they banned here in Texas too?
We were at a vape shop earlier, and they said there's no more pods. That's like already a thing. They've already removed them.
Hashtag Cloudcraft.
No, that's fucking lame.
Yeah, goodbye, Jewel.
How are we gonna smoke our 50 Nick, our emergency vapes now?
Well, I don't know that Salt Nick has been completely removed, but I know that the pods, the little pods that you can buy for certain ones, have been.
Maybe I have to get those like probably direct from us from China or some shit. Order them online.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't really know.
Order them from somewhere. Bastards. All right, guys. Well, if we don't get any more callers, we're going to stay on for 10 more minutes.
Again, we're talking about Thanksgiving. What was the best meal you had? What was the shittiest meal you had? What was some of those
weird, awkward conversations?
Yeah, that conversation that just got you feeling kind of weird. We have a surprise already. Hosanna, you will have your name eaten in whipped cream by Heather. Heather even says she'll make you really sexy because it's you.
Or as Ben put it, Heather's going to eat you out.
Gonna eat you out with whipped cream.
Welcome to the Ben and Scout porn site.
I guess we should have called it rehab porn.
Yeah.
Porn rehab.
Porn rehab. Hashtag
rehab porn.
Porn rehab.
But I don't know. How about you? For like personally, smoker for a long time. Now you've day 7, no cigarettes. Like, how do you feel like making that accomplishment? Do you think that vaping helped you like overcome some like obstacles?
100% it was vaping that made me able to do this. Yeah, I would not have been able to quit smoking if it was not for the variety of flavors that I could switch to. I really, really liked having something to fill that void because I don't think I could have done it just cold turkey. And I'm not one of those guys that has always got, nicotine gum or whatever. That doesn't, for whatever reason, that didn't appeal to me. There's something, I think it's almost psychological. When I see like the vape coming out of my mouth, it feels like smoke. It looks like smoke. So my mind kind of says it's okay. So like even when I get the really bad cravings and I want a cigarette really bad, I just tell myself, that cigarette's probably going to taste gross. It's going to burn my throat. It's not going to be the same. Instead, I could have something delicious and pumpkin flavored or blueberry flavored, or we got that taffy, that Fred's. What was it? Fred's what shop?
Fast Eddie's Vape Shop and Lounge.
Yeah, Fast Eddie's, who sent us that delicious flavor. I was just thinking about how much more I liked all these vape flavors I have more than I liked smoking. And I was tired of like wanting a cigarette right after smoking one, coughing when I laughed too hard, all those things. And I've already noticed like a difference just from vaping instead of smoking.
You see, I have asthma, so like honestly, I shouldn't be like vaping at all or smoking cigarettes. But I was smoking cigarettes. Like whenever about 2 years ago, I knew like, okay, well, I'm gonna stop like smoking any kind of illegal drugs and everything. I was like, but I still was like I still had to smoke something. I still had to smoke something. I used to smoke weed back in the day, but I still wanted to smoke. I was like this, like you said, it was just like this mental thing. I wanted something, and I picked up cigarettes. But like for me, especially having asthma, it was just so harsh on my lungs. And I quit smoking cigarettes back in like January of this year or so. And I had one cigarette, like I think back in like March or so, like a couple months after I smoked that last cigarette. And I went halfway through the cigarette and it was horrible. It was horrible. The flavor was crap. And I was thinking like, why do people even do this? It's kind of crazy, but I understand from being a smoker from previous that if it wasn't for vapes, I would still be smoking cigarettes and I wouldn't be able to breathe. Like walking upstairs and you're just like short of breath. You can't breathe. You're like you're dying, but you just can't stop. You just fucking can't stop. And vaping for me too. Like I haven't smoked a cigarette since then. It's already been like, I don't know, almost like 9 months or so. And it's changed my perception of like, what this is offering people out there by, making nicotine in a fashion that's a lot healthier for us. So there's that.
Oh. Hey, what's up, dudes? Doing the show.
See, again, if you can't join on the chat, make sure to request Heather as a member of the group page. We'll add you on the group page, and then you'll be able to start getting on this chat. I know, like us, we look over here and we try to see who's commentating, and we see how many people are live on the show. But I know there's so many people. If you're not a group member, you don't show up live on the show, so we don't know if you're there. And we love to get as many people, because we can't do the show without you guys. Without an audience, we'd be just 3 guys up here talking to ourselves, and it's just kind of awkward. But that's for a private show if you guys are interested afterwards. So again, you guys make the show. Add the group, share the group. We want to get as many people as possible. We really enjoy interaction with you guys, and it makes the day for us. And welcome to the show, Victoria.
Her name's Kat. I love having this show interactive with all of you guys. I feel like this is the new medium. I do radio, and radio is kind of fading, I feel like, sometimes. Some people still listen to the radio, but I feel like this is the new way where people can talk to each other, not only having a show and bringing topics up, but actually where all the viewers can interact with it live, and we can talk about all kinds of different stuff. So I love hearing from y'all, and we're almost out of time, kids, but hopefully maybe someone can call in. I'd like one last caller.
Yeah, one more caller, guys.
If you either want to talk about your most awkward Thanksgiving conversation ever, you know, like maybe you've got that one really weird conspiracy theory uncle who wants to tell you about how all the California fires were caused by government heat rays. It's a topic. People are talking about it. It came up
person in the comments, Catatonic, saying dirty, LOL. What the fuck?
What's up, Kat?
Heather, what the hell are you and Kat talking about on fucking Facebook and shit?
We want to hear about Thanksgiving, and also all of you vapors out there, I want to hear you guys comment in on this vape controversy about the idea of them banning vape flavors, all the control of the vape stuff. And Flat Earth was Flat Earth the conversation at your Thanksgiving thing?
Flat Earth. What do you think about the Flat Earth concept?
So, I don't think the Earth is flat, but I like for everybody to be able to talk about any crazy idea that they have, and I think that it's important that all people be able to talk about it, even if I don't think it's right, that they can talk about it, and I can hear whatever they say, and then I agree or disagree, but I can still just talk about it. I think that it's important for all of us to be able to have the skill to just talk about stuff, whether we agree or don't agree.
I'd be open to like a flat Earth conception. Like I would start to view the view. Oh, we got a phone call. Hold up.
We got a caller.
Fucking finally.
Who do we got?
The Scout Show. You're live right now. Who do we have the pleasure of talking with?
Catatonic.
Oh, what's up, Kat?
Hey, what up?
What you got for us?
Nah, dude, I was talking about the private show. It sounds like super dirty and stuff. Like I'm
Oh, shit.
Well, all right.
Heather's
then.
watching, so now she knows what to do. She's gonna eat you out.
You gotta stop saying that, Scout.
She's gonna eat a plate with your name on it of whipped cream.
So, do you have any crazy Thanksgiving
that
stuff?
works. I was about to say my husband.
Oh, go ahead.
Tell him to tune into the Ben and Scout Show.
He might like that.
Can you hear us?
On the vape.
Oh,
There you
there
are.
we
There you
go.
are.
Yeah. Well, you can talk about vaping or Thanksgiving. What do you want to tell us about?
Yeah, tell us your most
I can't hear y'all. It's kind of hard.
Can you hear us now?
Better?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, that's better.
So tell us, Kat, either A, your most uncomfortable Thanksgiving conversation, or B, tell us what you think about this vape controversy.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous, but unfortunately, like y'all already said, absolutely freaking ridiculous.
Uh-oh. We might be losing you.
Hold up.
Hold on, Kat. Hold that thought.
Real quick.
We're going to try
Are you
this.
there? There you go.
Oh, okay. Here, let's go ahead and put this on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good now.
Here we go. We're going to try it a different way.
All right, say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We gotcha.
Good.
All right, finish your
All
thought.
right,
What
yeah,
were you
no,
saying?
the main issue is nobody minds their own business. That's pretty much it. You know, nobody steps in and does the right thing when they need to, but nobody minds their own business when there's nothing wrong actually happening, and that's the problem.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. No, everybody's always up in people's businesses.
Yeah, it's like joy is like outlawed. It's like everybody is so miserable that they see other people having a good time. They're like, hey, wait a minute, that's not okay.
Yeah, they're like, you cut that shit out.
You're
How
happy.
dare you
I'm
smile?
not happy. Feel my misery.
You're not allowed to be happy.
That's the thing. I think it's almost that it's I'm not happy and they're mad that other people are.
I'm not happy, so why don't you be miserable too?
Yeah. Screw that.
Yeah, it's like a world of misery, and everybody's just trying to pull each other down instead of like, hey man, like that you know, that's a great shirt. I love that vape. Smells really. I don't know why everybody's so upset because vape smells really good.
It does.
Like
for
I don't
cigarettes.
like vape. I can't vape, but like man, it's like an air freshener. Like coming from a smoker of like over 20 years, recently quit. Man, that smells pretty.
I agree, though.
It
Like,
smells like a prostitute's cleavage, dude. I swear.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
yes.
We need to bring Kat on the show.
But hey, the high class ones, okay? Call the call girls, man.
The call girls.
The
Ooh.
ones,
Like you
the
said,
ones that are like
count
500 an hour.
Hey, is there a vape juice called
Like you
Call
said-
Girl? We
like
should
you
make
said,
that.
count, I don't like to count teeth.
You know, shit.
I
If
agree,
it's a
though.
tooth, we gotta go.
You got one tooth, get the fuck out. Give my money back.
I agree, though. Why can't people be happy? Like, hey, look, you quit smoking and you started vaping. You know, like I support you. Keep on vaping. You know, your lungs are saved from like all the other shit that's in like in tobacco. But no, it's not like that, unfortunately.
Hashtag
Yeah.
let's bring each other up.
So, do you have any Thanksgiving experiences from
Oh,
yesterday?
goodness. Well,
Any stories?
Thanksgiving is always tricky, man.
How so?
Always tricky. Yeah, I'm not the one to ask about Thanksgiving because you can ask Heather. I don't eat regular food. I can't. So Thanksgiving is always something slightly interesting around here.
Dang. So, what did you eat yesterday then?
Mainly some carrots, boiled carrots, and some boiled yams. And I snacked on like little gluten-free things and whatnot. Like I didn't gorge like everybody else got to, but I wasn't feeling too good, so it didn't really bother me too much. It was good to sit around and like nibble on the carrots while we all had that, you know, holiday discussion with each other. That was definitely a good little note for the day.
Yeah.
You know, how often in today's world do families actually have time to sit down and get together? You know, let's face it, we're seriously lacking that kind of communication between family members and humanity in general.
It's good for us. We need that community.
Absolutely. The community needs to get bigger. You know, everybody needs to treat everybody else around them like they're a member of the community because, hey, they are. You know?
Yeah. I
Sorry,
totally agree with that.
Scout's showing us messed up stuff.
He's showing his private show material. Yeah.
That's not the Grinch movie that I saw as a kid there,
That's
Scout.
not the Grinch movie I remember. Oh, that's just terrible.
Yeah, I don't do Christmas. I'm not looking forward to Christmas. I'm not
Me
a Grinch.
neither.
Like, I'll be right there, you know, giving gifts, whatever, but, like, I really hate Christmas because it's like after Thanksgiving and all the way through New Year's, everybody just seems to have the shittiest attitudes.
Yes.
It is awful.
I've been on this for a minute. I noticed that traffic gets weird. Everyone starts driving more aggressively and angry the closer to Christmas it gets. People's attitudes start being terrible. Yeah, man. I'm just. Oh, Scout's got a.
Yeah, man, people get, like, shady with that shit. It's ridiculous. You know, peace and love and goodwill toward men, but, like, hey, by the way, I'm going to cut you off and then, you know, point my gun at you because I don't like your face.
Yeah. No, that's weird. Especially like all this stuff with the Black Friday. You know, today's Black Friday. People get wild
Oh
on
God,
this
Black
day.
Friday.
Yeah, I saw videos of
I
people.
love watching the fight videos.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts to me.
See, every time I go to the mall, I always hear things like this, and this is my reaction.
Santa's coming to town. Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
That's me every time. All right, guys, remember, next week we're going to have Santa here at the mall. Santa! Oh, my fucking God, Santa! Yeah!
They got more. They're bringing them up from the back. Get them.
No, I've always been a Christmas kind of guy. I love Christmas. I love Santa. I'm still one of those people who still believe that Santa Claus is real. And when I always follow him on Google Earth, like when he's traveling across the world, I follow his sleigh as he goes from city to city.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird guys. So yes, I'm definitely one of those. Santa, oh my fucking God, Santa, God!
What? You took that to somewhere weird.
Time to jolly cheer. Oh, I love Christmas.
Okay, I have to say, I'm really excited actually, because this year, my mom always has my mom's work always has this breakfast with Santa thing at some point, and so it's funny because I was here and they were talking about it. My mom kind of leans over and whispers and says, "Your dad might be playing Santa this year," and I just about died laughing. That is something I have to see.
That is fucking
I don't
cool.
think I have ever seen my dad dress up as Santa Claus, and this is something that I would totally pay money to see if he's able to do it. That would be awesome.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah, every year I always watch Elf and Grinch during the month of December. Always.
Oh,
And
Die Hard. Die Hard all
oh,
the
fuck
way.
yeah, it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, Die Hard, yes.
Yes.
My
it is
favorite
the best
Christmas movie is The
movie
Ref.
ever made.
The Ref?
The Ref. That's my favorite Christmas movie.
Huh. I'll have to check that one out.
Dennis Leary.
And there's always A Nightmare Before Christmas, but I don't really consider that one a Christmas
I
movie.
consider that a Halloween
That's my
movie.
favorite Christmas movie. I forgot about that one.
How about Nightmare Before
See,
Christmas?
Die Hard will always be my favorite, like, Christmas movie, hands down. Like, but I don't like Christmas. So, actually, I have a rule. Anybody who wants to play Christmas music around me has to find one Christmas song I have yet to hear. If you can find one Christmas song I have not heard ever in my life, you are allowed to play Christmas music around me. Past that, it is not
I got
allowed.
one. I got a song you never hear
You
by
got one?
Christmas. But I'll tell you what.
Okay,
I'll tell you what. Tune in next week, and I'll play it for you. I gotta go get it from my buddy's
I
house.
will. I
He's
will
got it
set a
on his computer.
reminder. And if I've heard it before, I will totally laugh at you. 'cause
I know. I guarantee
I've heard a lot of Christmas songs.
I guarantee you have never heard this Christmas song before ever.
Oh no.
I guarantee nobody else in
Is
the
it original?
world.
Oh
Yo,
no.
it's original. It's an original Christmas song.
I'm kinda
Original by
worried.
an original artist. It's his own music, but it is definitely original to the T. Because it's not original Christmas,
look
but it is an
forward to it.
original song. There's no other song made of it or like it.
My Christmas song
It
is
has
Fuck
to be an
Christmas by
original
Fear.
Christmas song.
It,
It has to be a
it's-
Christmas song, otherwise it defeats the purpose.
it is a Christmas song. It's an original Christmas
Okay.
song, but it's
Okay.
not original,
Bring
but
it on.
it is original because nobody has
right.
ever made a song that is exactly like it in any kind of way.
I want to hear this
Okay.
now.
I'm all for it. I think my favorite Christmas song has to be Coming Out for Christmas by Voltaire. I don't know if anybody's even heard of that one.
That's a good one. Yeah,
Great.
That is a good one. So
Yeah, that's a good one. That
make
was,
sure
that,
you
that
tune.
was great.
So make sure you tune in next week, and I will play it just for you. And I'll play
I
it for
put it in
all
my
you
calendar,
viewers
dude.
out there too. And we'll do it
Hell
as
yeah, dude.
Heather's eating Hosanna and Pat's name in whipped cream, and Squirrel's name in whipped cream.
Fuck it, throw a squirrel in there, yeah.
Hashtag 3 eatings. But
Yeah, that'd be funny. And Heather, I'm going to come and stalk you at some point. I'm in town, so you'll be seeing me.
ooh. Make sure your husband watches the show.
All right, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to
All
go
right.
and take
Have a
off.
good
Thanks for
night.
calling in,
Thanks for
Kat.
calling. Bye.
Well, I think that's pretty much our show.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Talk to y'all later. See y'all
Bye.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that is our show. We love you all. Big shout out to Cloudcraft. Thank you so much for being a part of our lives and being a big part of the vaping community. Big shout out to Boardwalk Tattoos. We love you all. Make sure if you guys got a tattoo or looking to get tattooed, or some piercings, and looking for a great, friendly, professional place to go to that makes you just feel comfortable right when you walk in through the door, check out Boardwalk Tattoos. Also, check out Fast Eddie's Vape Shop and Lounge. Big shout out to them. Also, a big shout out to the Juice Fiends. They're really awesome. Big shout out to Bad Wolf Vapes. Big shout out to Thanks for Vaping. Shout out to
Airbender.
Airbender. But most importantly, big shout out to everybody out there, and make sure you check out that GoFundMe page and and maybe add a couple bucks if you can. If you
Yeah,
can
help
spare
out
anything.
Juan.
Help Juan out. Hashtag Save Daisy. But you guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. We love you all. Peace.
Thanks, Lion Vapes, too, for helping me out. Love y'all.
Catch you guys here next week.